My company is Crystal Edge Technology Screens, and we're talking about a few things today. I'll be back. You heard me call your name, you're like, oh, you understand. Call me, my name is Taco. There we go. All right, so this is why I express that you are paying way too much for your projector. Those of you who want to do ultra short those setups and you're in fear that you're going to be paying a ton of money for a projector, and then again what we've already seen on YouTube, still stuck in dark environments on screen sizes that, like I said, for what this projector should be designed to do, still on 100 inches. Now, even though the projector says you can only do 100 inches, you can go quite larger than that. And it depends on what kind of technology you have in the day. As I explained before, that gray screens do not have the capabilities, or white or silver, do not have the capability to be able to give you a proper performance at 150 inches. That's virtually impossible. You're talking about a screen that's already going to have an issue with contrast and color right from the door. I'll be back if I can grab something. Don't mess with that. Leave it alone. Get away from that projector. You know better than that, boy. All right, so got our sample sheets downstairs. We got the gray, silver, and the white screen. My screen in the next room is 150 inches. My projector is an NEC. I paid 60 bucks for mine. This is how cheap they are. I'm actually in the process of buying another one for myself because I want one in here and one in the next room for my floor display. So, people will usually see these projectors and pass them up because they think that they're garbage, they're not going to do the job, they're not going to do this, they're not going to do that, they're going to do bells and whistles and all that. And the funny thing about it is, projectors I've seen on YouTube are very high-end projectors, and every last one of these projectors sat in the dark on a screen size that was too small. Not for, especially for short throw. Distance throw isn't there anymore. It's like having a short throw projector and you're sitting really up on top of the screen at 100 inches. Short throw projectors were designed to give you massive size screens at a shorter distance. So just because the projector says, oh, well, it's only 100 inches, that's all you can get, you can actually go much larger than that. The only problem is the reason why the picture quality is going to deteriorate because, again, the screen that's being displayed off is already having an issue with color and contrast. Imagine trying to magnify that by 150 inches, what's going to happen at the end. All right, so as you can see, the price of the projectors are very low. This is my setup. So my setup, including soundbar and the massive screen you're seeing here, all together, the gamer screens, we got the price for them. we're going to be charging around, let me see what our price for that is going to be, $367. Now, including with my projector, which cost me 60 bucks, and my soundbar, which was 120, my full price tag is around $547. Consider that some of you have $3,300 on up projectors. You can't come anywhere close to what I'm doing in this one, the demonstration right now. Don't even come anywhere near. We tried, we checked, we looked, it doesn't come up. You cannot produce 100% contrast level, which I've seen on the screens. If it's gray, gunmetal, whatever, can't produce 100% contrast. We make gunmetal technology. It doesn't produce 100% contrast next to this stuff. All right, so 160 bucks, $160 plus the screen. If this was a customer buying, his price tag would be $527. That's pretty embarrassing when you're watching somebody with a projector at 33 and a 100-inch screen, which they have no choice to be on because, like I said, if they try to expand the picture quality or try to use it in a fully lit environment such as ours, the screen is going to deteriorate. All right, let's I like to project off of my ceiling. My ceiling is 108. If you were asking me the size of the ceiling screen, it's 180 inches. It's big. So projector reason for that one is another NEC. That was 140 bucks. Down here for everything. Right here. Let's go for that one. One of these two is better than that one. Now in the demonstrations, like I've said, I've seen dark environments. The one thing we look for is the back of the screen. The back of the screen tells the story how much light is in the environment. As you can see, we got no dark corners at all. I see that a lot in demonstrations, a lot of dark corners. Nice and bright, as it should be. That's my projector right there. My model numbers, you can see the model number matches what we showed you in the video on eBay. Let's come over here, get a better shot of my screen.
Non-dairy chocolate beyond words. Classic recipe.
Let's see. Now I've seen the Valve projectors, WeMax projectors, WeMax and WeMax. There's another one, I can't properly say the name correctly, but one of the key features they promise you with their projector is the fact that you can do a 150-inch screen. That would be virtually impossible because they use pixel shifting technology. And with pixel shifting technology, if you know anything about it, basically, it causes when they compress the pixels tighter together, you get a much more sharper, more brighter, more vivid image. Can't basically expand and compress at the same time, so something has to go at the end of the day. As you can see with our technology, we don't use pixel shifting, we don't use 4K, and we're definitely not using 1080p down here. And as you can see, we're able to pull up a beautiful image in a fully lit environment. Now, I've done the research, I've gone online, I've done a live stream, and we have searched for anyone that could match the P2 promo demonstration, which we didn't find anybody. Every single demonstration, even people who review the product, were sitting in a dark environment. Just tells you that you're paying way too much money. So pretty much, you pay for an ultra short throw projector to sit in the dark. Now, like I said, the lumen count on the projector works perfectly fine. There's no problem whatsoever. The issue is that the screen's going to have a problem washing out or fading because it can't pick up the proper colors. Is there anything wrong with the P2? No, P2 works perfectly fine. Nothing wrong with the projector whatsoever. A P2 can do 150-inch easy. The only problem, it can't do it on a gray screen. All right, so we'll let the birds and stuff play over there. me see. Which is the remote control for this one? Let's keep these over here. And I think one of these is for the ceiling. What happens here if it doesn't match the ceiling? The two remote controls, they just sit there and confuse me. There we go. Now I'm firing up my ceiling right now. I'm going to back up a little bit so you can see the ceiling. The ceiling also too has a projection screen attached to it. That would be the 39 Extreme Black Widow. Let's see what we're going to do for the ceiling. So, visual effects. Let's do fish. Let's fish on the ceiling a while. And this is why I tell you that we specialize in ambient light projection technology. When we watch people doing demonstrations in these really dark environments and claiming to be using a maximum lighting, no, you're not using maximum lighting. This would be maximum lighting. As a matter of fact, outside, well, actually, tell you the truth, outside in the max out zone, which is the basement we have, that's a ton of ambient light, that would be maximum lighting. I don't know which one I'm going to go with here. I'm kind of baffled with what we want to put on the ceiling. 4K tropical fish. Yeah, I'm going to do this one right here. That's not my video. That's something else playing, but here we go. There we go. So we'll do some tropical fish for the screen, for the 180 inch. Now this shows you how amazing our ambient light projection technology is, that we can get a screen to produce off the ceiling with a light fixture in the middle of the screen. That just shows you how advanced our technology is. Now, what are we saving you here? Well, actually, we're saving you thousands. Number one, ultra short throw certified screens are very expensive. Number two, we don't use $3,300 projector ultra short throws in our demonstrations. That's a $60 machine, and on eBay, as you've seen, you get it for 160 bucks. And even with those, let me see what you call it, the P2 and those demonstrations that we saw, again, what was the screen size? No 150s in there. Nope. And dark environments. Let's go check out the angle gain, something we didn't see in any of the videos we watched. So the angle gain is that screen is supposed to pull up perfectly with no problem whatsoever. One of the biggest issues you have with ultra short throw setups and screens is the fact that the angle gain is extremely poor. And this is why anytime you see if you see a contrast level on one of these other videos, I guarantee you it's going to be in the dark. But I'll show you today. We'll be upstairs in a dedicated theater room. We'll bring an ultra short throw projector up there, and I'll show you why, even if the lights out in the dark environment, which is the darkest area we have now, that it doesn't work. It's not going to work on a 5,000. These are 36. All right, let's go over to get the right remote control. Oh, top, over top. Over top of the controls. Let's see where I put mine at. There we go. I just think when I get up in the morning, this is what I see every day. Red screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
Now we do this because let's see which one pulls up. Now this is a gamer, by the way. Just to let you know, gamers have intense color capabilities. But anyway, let's see if the gray screen here on our 3600 lumen projector is worth the size of a 150 inch screen. And probably not even 100 inch of that, not even 50 inch. Let's see which one pulls up better color. Already looking bad, ain't it? Told you. Gamers, it's a different cut of screen paint. Gamers' colors are literally so vivid that anything that lays against it looks like a white sheet of paper. They'll wash it out easily. And then with that technology being dark on top of that, not going to go well, as you can see already. There you go. This is why when you have people saying, oh yeah, but I can do 150 inch with my projector. Yeah, not without our technology, you can't. Our technology allows that $60 projector at 720p to produce an image at 150 inches. That projector was only designed to do 80 inches, that's it. These projectors were designed strictly for office buildings, hospitals, schools. That's what they were developed for. That's what they're designed for. They were never designed for home theater. So they had a certain size, which was 80 inches for one of those whiteboards, those interactive boards that it was designed for. That's it. Well, we took that projector of 60 bucks and turned it into this with the technology we have. At the end of the day, I can't express this enough. It comes down to your screen. I don't care what you pay for your projector. I don't care what your contrast level is. It comes down to your screen. And we've seen that already with the P2, with the fellow who did the review on the P2. This P2 looked like trash. It was washed out, discolored, colors weren't coming up correct. It was horrible. That projector would have did a whole lot better if it was behind a more advanced screen. And we see the same demonstrations on other demonstrations where they have to be in the dark. We could literally give you a 150-inch challenge. Yep. All right, with that being said, let's go over and check out some other colors. Blue.
Getting that from YouTube.
Blue screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
Well, like I said, you can pull your projector back on your gray, white, or silver screen and do 150 inches, but it's going to look like crap because you can't see color. There you go. And next to a gamer, you definitely can't see color next to that, because gamers' colors are freaking insanely enhanced for gaming applications. Now, with all the light we have in the environment, with the projector, my projector is 3600 lumens. That gray screen has to deal with all this light, including the extra 3600 lumens from the projector. And for those who are going to sit there and say, well, you know, you got a projector right there, that's hitting it. Well, what's the problem? My screen's not having an issue with it. There you go. If the first thing came to your mind, well, he's got a projector right there on the floor, it's not washing my screen out. My screen's not having a problem with that projector sitting there. It's not having a problem with the light overhead either. My screen over top's not having a problem either. And my screen at 180 inches has a ceiling fixture right in the center of it, and it doesn't have an issue. So there's no excuses. This is what I love when people come in on the forum sites and it's all these excuses because they want to protect their gray screens, their outdated screens. And they'll say, oh, but this and oh, but that, but my screen's not having a problem. It's showing the color blue as it's designed to do. Slow color change out.
Getting that from YouTube.
This is why we tell you that we don't consider the gray screen paints a threat. This is why we give you free ingredients how to make them, because they're not a threat to us. Our technology is way beyond that. No matter what color we flash, it's not going to pick up on the ultra short throw. Ultra short throw can't see it. But this is how, another way you dumb your projector down. And the first thing they're going to tell you is, oh, well, you have to be in an ambient light controlled environment because your colors aren't coming out right, or you're going to have to calibrate. What's going on in the other projector? Oh, no, more controls right here. Close, here. So you ever get people who sit there and say, yeah, but I can get 150 inches. All I got to do is pull my projector back. Yeah, you can get 150 inches. You just ain't going to get the performance that comes with it. That's all. Can't see color. Don't pick up. That's the problem with them. They don't see color. Let's try We should have did the white levels first because we can see the tone. Well, y'all can't see the tone. Only we can see it because we know exactly what we're looking for. There's a certain tone that comes up that only we can see. Other people don't see it. We've been to all different form sites and they don't even see it. All right. Now, like I said, this shows you why. But every time we see a demonstration involving a gray screen, ultra short throw, long throw, the environment's always dark. They got plenty of lumens. Lumens are good. It's just that with all the light, the screen's gonna have a problem picking up. So that's why in every demonstration we went to, everybody was sitting in the dark. Because that's the only way they can get proper color off the screen from their projector that they paid all that money for. And here we are over here with a $60 projector at 150 inches. All right, let's go check out some certifieds, eh? We got our $3,000 screen right there, Darkstar 9. I like this. We're gonna be doing some demonstrations without our screen paint there, with a white screen and the gunmetal screens to show you the advanced technology behind these versus that. Go. Oh yeah, the Darkstar 9 is definitely going to pick up color better than a gray screen any day. Oh shoot, I forgot that can't even be there. Oops, sorry about that, Ellie. You can't be in this picture at all, period. That's my fault. My bad. These don't work on ultra short throw. These are only long throw applications only. That means we're going to have to go to the site and put in an order. Which means we need to put in an order for ceiling light rejection or ceiling light rejection technology. We're going to need all of them. That's what we're going to need because we can't use that here in any of the demonstrations. And what's the point if we don't have any certifieds down here to play with? We got to bring some in. I never hear them say that. Never hear them say we got to go bring. Never forget it. All right, we're going to take the silver of the digital one. This is just in case if you decide to think, okay, maybe I can't get off the gray screen. I'll try with the silver. Nope. Not going to pick that up either. All right. Let's try white screen because those a lot of you have white screens out there. You're still using them. You see people with ultra short projectors with white screens, and they'll say that, well, the image looks pretty good. No, the image looks like crap. I can see on my end it looks like crap. White surface. See, that's why I told you that the gray screen and silver screen are a slight bump up from a white screen. That's it. It's like an advanced version of a white screen. That's all gray and silver screens are. So whatever colors you're watching, when you're watching a movie, blue, green, red, orange, whatever, it's going to look like that. That's why you're told to calibrate. We have never calibrated a projector ever. Not ever. And at the same time, keep in mind, while we're showing it off, we got a 180-inch displayed on the ceiling at the same time. We do that when we have people who talk about how their projection, this is in form sites we go to. I talk about how, oh, my screen's ambient light projection. It says, yeah, it's not ambient light projection at all. If you're using an ambient light controlled environment, well, how good is your stuff? We don't even show them the outside stuff. We show them the screen displayed off the ceiling. That's the end of the conversation. Can't get any more ambient light projection than that than having an actual lamp in the middle of your screen. Yeah, there you go. All right, let's see if we can pull some contrast levels. Notice it's not going to go good. This screen is black. Well, it's kind of a interesting shade of black. Starfield screensaver.
Getting that from YouTube.
There you go. So some people paid how much for contrast on their projectors to still be sitting in the dark at 100 inches? I don't want to hear the excuse, oh, well, the projector's only designed it. No, the projector can go much bigger than that. That's just the excuse they use because they want to keep it in that nice little tight area so they can produce a better image and less light can make contact with the screen. Excuses. All projectors have the capability to be able to go outside their recommendation sizes, all of them. We got over 60 projectors in the house. Every last one of them we actually produce on a much larger level. So for someone to sit there and say, well, your screen's going to tear, it's going to wash out, of course, because you're using one of these, that's why. That's why your image is going to wash out. The only way you're going to be able to produce something on those 3 screens is you're going to have to be in a darker environment. Your projector's going to have to be much closer, and you're going to need a smaller screen size to do it. And because your quality's still going to look awful. On our end, it looks horrible. So the excuse that people use, oh, the P2 only does something, that's blah, 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 blah. It's a lie. You can go larger than that if you want. If we're doing it on a $60 NEC 720p projector that was only designed for 80 inches, they can do it on there too. The only problem, like I said, the screen will wash out. AK Desired Nature.
Getting that from YouTube.
My personal favorite. I've seen someone do this demonstration. They were strictly in the dark. Well, we know why. There you go. We have so many people that will call us on their projectors actually having 2 million, 20,000, 50,000 contrast capabilities, and they call us because the screens won't put, for some reason, they're not seeing the contrast level. The colors are not popping the way they're supposed to. Doesn't look like the promo demonstration, because in the promo demonstration, that's a corporation. They probably got a $4,000 or $5,000 screen sitting up there. They guarantee they do. But everybody else without that $4,000 and $5,000 screen, well, they're sitting in the dark because their colors will wash out. You can't do this. We can put this out for a challenge for everybody. You can't do it. There you go. There's no way in the world to turn my house into a cave for a projection screen. LG Jazz demonstration.
Getting that from YouTube.
Every time the screen turns tan, it means it can't read color or contrast. Oops, sorry about that. I need to understand. Now the reason why you're watching the screens watch out even faster than with long throw, because long throw, it takes time for the image, for all that light to hit the screen. We got 3,600 lumens right up on top of the screen, which means they're taking in all that light from my projector, and on top of that, the light from the environment. So no, you cannot do 150 inch on a white screen, silver screen, or gray screen, because it's going to look like that. That's why in all the demonstrations of anyone displaying these kind of products, sitting in the dark. And my customers, well, they can produce images outside. You get what you pay for. That's what it comes down to. So I'm going to put an order in for the ceiling light projection. We need about 5 of those over here because we can't do any demonstrations on the certifieds we got over here because they're not supposed to be on ultra short throws. Gotta have a certain screen for that. Now, anyone using an ultra short throw projector for demonstration, we can mimic your video and produce it right here in a fully lit environment while you have to do it in the dark. That's why we did the setup here. On top of that, I want my ultra short throw setup back. I miss it. Let's take a walk around. They can't pick up on the angle either. See, when you make that compliment that it picks up higher white levels, you don't want that. There's a certain tone of white level you want in order to get a perfect screen. Your white levels are too high, you'll be reacting like a white screen, which you do not want. And that means you're going to have an issue with the contrast and you're going to have an issue with the color. And that's why the screen can't see. Look at you, you furry boy, you. We'll take out our overhead lights. I don't darken my environment, so this is as dark as it gets in here. We don't do all that dark stuff over here. Let's go back and have a looky again, just halfway through. Now the dedicated theater room is a little different. That's a 5,000 lumen machine up there. They wash up pretty quick. This is going to be 3,600 lumens sitting right up on top of that all these screens in the dark. They're going to wash right on out. Ooh. Hold on, I got to show you the ceiling. It changed out again. That is freaking cool. I love when the ceiling changes out. There you go. Just to show you, I'm not skipping it, because people will sit there. You got the naysayers, you got to be careful. They will complain over every little thing. I mean, literally every little thing. They'll say, oh, you put the camera up there because you were trying to avoid showing something. They're that petty. There you go. Back it up for you. So again, white screen, gray screen, silver screen, no good in the dark. Well, this is what we call dark for us. And they definitely don't work with the lights on. And ultra short throws were designed to be used with the lights on. That was the whole purpose of the unit. So you can have that TV-like experience in your home. So I should be able to come in here, sit down on my sofa over here, pull up anything I want, TV, movie, sports, whatever, and watch that in a fully lit environment. If I got to turn on my lights, put a huge curtain across here, put a huge curtain across there, what's the point? Might as well buy a TV. All right, well, wait a minute. Fireworks display, 4K.
Getting that from YouTube.
We know you're getting that with this one already. Yeah. That was pretty bad. That was bad. That was really bad. What is the point of showing the lights on and everything if you have to be sitting in the dark with it? Because the problem is that black background is not going to pick up. That's the problem you're going to have. The background for fireworks display has to pick up at 100%. And you should be able to do that in a fully lit environment. If you watch anyone turn their lights out when displaying a contrast level like a fireworks display, that's a major red flag that there's an issue with the screen. That should be done in a fully lit environment. Any kind of contrast with that. 4K demonstrations.
Getting that from YouTube.
What I mean by any technology we develop. I sat there and said it right there in the basement. When we were having a talk with the naysayers that were carrying on in the room, I sat there and said, the screen we sprayed out front, out back, when we display this screen, it will knock out the gray screen, it will knock out certifies, which we'll have certifies in here soon. We know it's going to knock certifies out easily. It'll knock out the gray, white, and silver screen with no problem. I said that right there on film. Now look. And if they thought, lucky them, they're not downstairs in the freaking max out zone because it's harsher down there, it's up here. This is nothing. This is cakewalk for us up here. It doesn't work. This old screen paint does not work. And one of those screens in there is a Digital One crystal screen, a silver version of it. Right there on the far end. That's a silver version of a Digital One crystal screen paint. Why do you think we give our Digital One crystal screen paint products away for free? We give you free grade screen paints, how to make them. They're no threat to us. They're not worth anything to us. That's why we give them away. So for someone that's supposed to be considered gray screen paints to be a threat, yeah, we give it away. And the funny thing about it is very paints that we give away, people who sell them won't do the demonstrations against them. There you go. They won't even go. They won't go near them. Yeah, screens are obsolete. Can't express that enough. Let's do the OLED horse. This is always done in the dark too. Every time we see this demonstration, always in the dark. I have yet to see a good contrast demonstration on a gray screen, a really good fully lit environment. They show that one of the things that gets me is they show the environment with all this light, and then they turn everything off. I'm like, why? Why are you doing that? You can't show the whole entire demonstration with majority of the lights on. So we do demonstrations out of 100, 98% is with lights on. It's rare we do with lights off. But yet I see so many ambient light projection screens and certifies too that a majority of their videos are in the dark. They have the lights on for a couple of minutes and everything will be in the dark. Man. So it just shows you, to sum it up, that you're paying too much. Number one, for your projector, you're definitely, if you have a certified screen, we definitely feel you're paying too much. And if you're using any one of these great products out here, whether it's silver or whatever it may be, if you're using a white screen, you are dumbing down and scaling your projector. You're not getting exactly what you think you're getting. This is why I guarantee you the next time we go do our search on YouTube and we look at 150-inch screens, we're going to be the only ones popping up. Because anybody else is just an ultra short thing. You got to keep it at a certain size in order to be able to maximize your viewing, I guess, pleasure, wherever it is. But from our end, from what we see, your screens are washed out. All right, let me get this off my screen right here. We had to show this off. So that way we can come back to this video. You know, anytime we get somebody who wants to discuss about, oh, I have an ultra short projector and I can see this and I can see that, and we can say, oh, no, you can't. You're not seeing jack at the end of the day. I love when people should say, well, my screen paint's ambient light rejection. No, it's not. That's an ambient light rejection screen paint right there. Forget all the little lights here and here peppered out to the environment. That's a 180 with a ceiling fixture in the center of the screen. That's why we laugh when we see people doing those little lights here and lights here and lights here. Yeah, that's a joke. Boom, right in the middle of the screen. You can notice you see my screen over there, right? Yeah, that's my screen sitting in the bay of windows way over there. All right, I got to get out of here. I'm going to be doing some more demonstrations. I'm having a ball with this. We still got to hook up some gaming applications because it's a gaming screen paint. So I want to check out and see what the my PS4 is going to look like on it. All right, well, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed the demonstration. As I said before, just showing you ways you can save thousands of dollars. Because again, like I said, and these demonstrations of all these projectors we watched on Ultra Short those, every last one of them were using these overpriced, very expensive projectors, but every last one of them were sitting in the dark on these small 100-inch screens. Telling you that the only way you're going to be to get the sharpest and brightest image, you're going to have to be on this screen size that's recommended for this projector. We say on our end, blah, 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 blah. All right, well, with that being said, hope you enjoyed the demonstration. I got to go. Thank you all, and God bless.